This flight attendant took off her high heels and used it to stir the coffee. Then she served the coffee to a female passenger, but the passenger was even more outrageous. She pushed over the coffee, spilling it all over the flight attendant. The flight attendant was scalded. She had no choice but to leave, because the passenger was the princess of the country, and she had chartered the entire plane. Then the flight attendant brought another cup of coffee, but at that moment, the princess noticed that the attendant's ring was the same as hers. She demanded that attendant take it off, mocking the flight attendant. Such a precious ring shouldn't be in the hands of a poor person. Then she dropped the ring on the floor and stepped on it. The attendant felt extremely humiliated. Back in the galley, the flight attendant was furious. She planned to get revenge because the princess was allergic to shrimp. So the flight attendant deliberately brought out a seafood noodle dish and picked out the shrimp. Then she served it to the princess's lunch. Unknowingly, the princess ate the noodles. Soon coughing sounds were heard in the cabin. The flight attendant came to check. The princess was very ill. Her face and eyes were red. Seeing this, the attendant was really scared. As the plane arrived at its destination, the princess was immediately taken to the hospital. The attendant breathed a sigh of relief, but as she walked into the hall, the news reported that the princess had died unexpectedly. Because of her royal status, her body needed to be immediately repatriated, and the princess had specifically requested that the flight attendant escort the body alone. The woman couldn't refuse. She sat in the last row, but the plane hit a strong air current. The princess's body fell off unexpectedly. The attendant was terrified. She asked the captain for help, but the captain ignored her. The attendant knew it was the princess's ghost coming back for revenge. In order to save her life, she frantically knocked on the cockpit door, but got no response. To force the captain out, the attendant raised an axe and smashed the cabin window. The captain thought the woman had gone mad, so he tied her to a seat. The body happened to face the attendant. Sure enough, a terrible tragedy happened. After the plane landed, the bodyguard walked into the cabin and saw the horrifying scene. The attendant was kneeling in front of the princess. This story tells us, never mess with a woman.